Hi there, I'm Miguel.
And I'm Natalie. And this is Click Spain Tours. Today we are showing you around a charming jewel on the Costa del Sol, in the south of Spain.
We're pretty sure that you've heard of Marbella. Or how about Puerto Banús with all its bling? Or maybe even of Nueva Andalucía?
But have you heard of San Pedro Alcántara, which is actually in the municipality of Marbella? It's just after Nueva Andalucía and about 15 to 20 minutes by car before Estepona. If you haven't heard of Estepona or haven't been there yet, you can check it out on our video by clicking on the link up here.
Great, let's get rolling with this short guided tour of San Pedro Alcántara.
Oh, and we will admit that we have been twice to do all the filming. So, do you know what that means? Well, we've enjoyed 2 lunches here.
One last thing before we start. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press on the subscribe button. This way, you won't miss out on any future videos.
And we would also like to thank all those who have already subscribed. Now, let's get cracking.
San Pedro has nearly 40,000 inhabitants. It's near the coast and has plenty on offer, from beaches and nature to a variety of gastronomical options and leisure activities. Something that we haven't mentioned in our videos before is about the amount of golf courses that there are here on the Costa del Sol. Now, did you know that the Costa del Sol is also known as the Costa del Golf? Well, San Pedro isn't less than any other area on the coast in this respect, for there are a handful of golf courses in the vicinity. But enough on this topic, and let's talk about San Pedro's history. Although it is a young town dating back to the mid-19th century, created as an agricultural colony, it has some remains from the Roman era, and this is where we are going to start our journey.
Quite particular in its design and one of the most important of its kind in Spain is Las Bóvedas Roman baths, dated between the 2nd and 3rd century AD. The first archaeological excavations, which are known about, were carried out around 1915. It has an octagonal floor plan which can be reached by several rooms that are arranged around it. Part of the structure has managed to remain until our day due to the building technique used by the Romans, combining a certain mortar with rough stones. The Roman baths are located next to the beach of Guadalmina urbanization, just over 1 kilometre away from the N340 road. Just next to the Roman bath remains, there is a watchtower, the Almenara Tower of Las Bóvedas, from the 16th century. It belonged to the coastal defence system of Malaga that was established after the reconquest of the land from the Moors to fight off pirates and North African invaders.
The next Roman remains, which are more than 1500 years old, is the Paleo-Christian Basilica Vega del Mar, a brilliant example of early Christian architecture. After the Edict of Milan in the 4th century AD, Christianity ceased to be persecuted by the Romans and became accepted and followed, adopting the basilica, a civil building, as a temple for worship. This early Christian temple, found in the proximity of the Roman baths, follows the design of the Roman basilicas, with 3 naves and 2 opposing apses. It has an interesting quadrilobulate cross-shaped baptistry, 1.10 meters deep, used for baptism by immersion, with a rectangular-shaped baptistry of smaller dimensions next to it. A necropolis, a burial site with around 200 graves, dated between the 3rd and 7th century AD, was discovered within the basilica and its proximity. Now, let's talk about the founder of San Pedro, as we know it today. Manuel Gutiérrez de la Concha was his name, the first Marquess of Duero, born in 1808. He was a military man and a prestigious politician who saw the agricultural possibilities that this land and climate had to offer. So, during the 1850s, the agricultural colony of San Pedro Alcántara was established with a gathering of numerous farms, giving birth to a new village, which focused mainly on the cultivation and milling of sugarcane, as well as other crops and livestock.
Because of the importance of sugarcane, an industrial complex was born, known as El Ingenio, due to the factory that was built for the grinding of the sugar. The factory was completed in 1871 with machinery brought from Liverpool in the UK. Not much of the factory remains today. If you walk along the streets of José Echegaray and Julio Romero de Torres, you may still distinguish the outline of what was once an industrial complex.
A building that stands out from El Ingenio Industrial District is La Alcolera, a rectangular building with a tower, which was used as a distillery, an important complement to a sugar factory. It operated until the 1930s. The building was used for the fermentation process. The distillation and rectification equipment were placed in the tower. Today, the main building is used as a performing arts centre, and the tower has 2 rooms with exhibitions related to the history of San Pedro. The district was repopulated in the 1960s with workers again, this time due to the tourist boom. Let's carry on. Come on.
In the Plaza de la Iglesia, there are 2 of the most important buildings in San Pedro: the Parroquia de San Pedro Alcántara and the Villa de San Luis. The parish church, dedicated to San Pedro de Alcántara, patron saint of the town, was inaugurated in 1869 and reopened for worship in 1943, after it was damaged at the beginning of the Civil War. The architecture of the church has colonial influence, with the floor plan divided into 3 naves. The name of the town, San Pedro Alcántara, was given due to the devotion of the town's founder's family to the patron saint, and also in homage to the mother of Manuel Gutiérrez de la Concha, Doña Petra. The Villa de San Luis, with French influence in its design, was built in the late 1880s by the family who owned the colony after the first Marquis of Duero. It has been used for different purposes throughout the years. Today it holds San Pedro Alcántara's administration headquarters.
The main street of San Pedro is named, of course, after the founder of the original colony, Marqués del Duero, but it is also commonly known as La Calle de En Medio, the street in the middle. On this street there are a variety of eating places and interesting shops, certainly a place to wander through and not to be governed by time. La Calle Marqués del Duero, together with the side streets that run parallel to it and its crossings, still maintain its original pattern from the 19th century.
Hey guys!
Hey there! So, we've stopped for our usual lunch break and we're going to show you a few things that we're having.
It's our second time in San Pedro, and it's lunchtime.
And this time we've stopped at a more international restaurant. It's a Belgian restaurant, and the food that's come out looks delicious.
Okay, let's dig in.
Okay, so we've got this bread here with the spread, which is made up from olives with spices, garlic. So let's give it a try. A Costa del Sol town wouldn't be one without a promenade, so make sure to enjoy San Pedro's own promenade, its beach, its flora, and its surroundings in general, with its own elephant hidden among some palm trees. San Pedro's beach is around 1.4 kilometers long and 35 meters wide. If you'd like to know more about San Pedro Alcántara and you are visiting the area, you can always pick up one of these brochures from the tourism office. It's full of interesting information.
Great, we hope you've enjoyed our short guided tour of San Pedro.
If you still haven't subscribed to our channel, don't forget to press on the red button and also on the bell. This way you'll be notified when we post a new video.
And thank you to all of you who have already subscribed to our channel.
Take care and God bless.
Hasta la próxima.